This video will explain how to find the area of squares and rectangles. So I have here this picture of a square. So I labeled the square. By the way, these are the two equations of a square, and these two equations are equivalent, so we can use any of them. But for this video, we're going to be using the second one. So again, the first equation that we have here, area of a square, can also be written as length times width. That's how other textbook are using length times width. Or it can also be the area, since all of the sides are equal. So this other three sides will have the same measure as the side over here, which is located at the bottom. So then we can go ahead and say area is the square of the side. Again, the sides in a square, all of the sides are equal. So in this video, we're going to be using A equals S squared. On the second picture right here, we can see a rectangle. So we have, these are the parts of a rectangle. We have the length, we have the width. To find the area of a rectangle, we are going to multiply the length and the width. So let's take this first example here. This is an example of a square, so that we can use this first equation that we have over here. So area is equal to S squared. So then we go ahead and plug values into this equation. This is our S. The side, again, remember, in a square, all of the sides are equal. So if this is 3, all the rest are 3. So we can go ahead and use length times width, which is, I can label this as 3. That would still be logical because all of the sides are equal each other. But then we just use the S squared, so that would be 3 feet. So that would be 3 feet for the S, and then I just have to square it. So then the area for this is 9 feet squared. So this is the area of this square. This time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try the second problem right here. Solve for the area of this rectangle. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. So the area for this is, we're using the area of a rectangle here. Length times width. So then we go ahead and multiply 8 centimeters times 3 centimeters is equal to, the area for this is 24 centimeters squared. So this is the area for this rectangle. Did you get 24 centimeters squared? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next example right here. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. We are supposed to be solving for X, and when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. So pretty much in these two problems here, we're doing it backwards. We are given the area and we're supposed to find for X. So in this problem right here, again, we set up the equation first and then plug in values and solve for that whatever's missing. So the equation that would work for the area of a square, again, this is a square and this is a rectangle. So area of a square is equal to S squared. So then we plug in values. We're given the area 9 yards squared. So I'm going to plug that into the A. So that is 9 yards squared is equal to the X, or the side now is X. I'm going to write X squared. So then I need to solve for X. So I'm going to square root both sides. I square root both sides. So I cross out the square and square root. So I'm left with 9 squared is 3. Yards squared is yards. So the length of this side right here is 3 yards. Did you get 3 as your answer for the first one? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the second one right here. Since this is a rectangle, we are going to use the formula for a rectangle. Area is equal to length times width. So then our area is given, that is 170 meters squared. So 170 meters squared. Our length is missing, but we're given the width 10. So I'm going to go ahead and write 10 meters times X. So then we can solve for X by dividing both sides by 10 meters. So divided by 10 meters here. I'm going to divide 10 meters on the other side as well. So then we go ahead and cross out the 10 meters, and 10 meters. 10 meters squared means there are 2 meters up there and there's 1 meter at the bottom. So we can cross out one of these 2 meters. We're left with 1, and then we cross out the bottom meter. So then we are left with just meter there. So then the x value is 17 meters. And this makes sense because if we multiply 10 meters times 17 meters would come out to be 170 meters squared. Did you get 17 meters as your answer for the second one? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!